I'm going to show you the KG-1. The KG-1 is a bone funnel. This is the box that it comes in. And it is a bone funnel that actually deploys bone both anterior and posterior to the disc space. So the goal of this is to fill the inner space to a much higher degree so you can have a stronger fusion. And we have data that supports that by using this device, the infill of the inner space before the T-lift implant is put in, we have fusion rates that go from the mid-70s to the low 90s. So it's a very effective device. And of course, the bone that you would collect when you're drilling away the hemilamina and the medial facet, that bone is going to be kept using the bone press, and this is what you're going to fill. So when you open it up, you're going to have these two pieces here. So there is a little knob. There's two little knobs here, and so it goes right into those knobs, and then you turn it, and it actually engages into the top. So there's your funnel, and as you can see, the funnel has a look that is more like how the doctor would do a box annulotomy, and that's where they cut the annulus actually to be able to get into the space to remove all the disc. So, and it is bullet shaped, so it actually will, you can actually put it in really nicely, and it'll actually go in through, it's about roughly the size of an 8mm cage, and then bone will spit out both on both sides here, so it will fill the inner body. I have an example here of how it'll fill, and I'm going to show it to you like this. So the next thing I would do is fill this up, and I'll do that now. So if this was the bone press bone, okay, all the bone that's collected from doing the drilling, typically what you do is you would go ahead and fill it up and push it down until it fills all the way up. And this is a very standard procedure that's done. You do that all the way, and you keep on putting bone in until it fills the entire cannula, which is 10 cc's. All right, so at this point now I filled up the entire chamber. It's going to be roughly 10 cc's. Okay, so when the doctor is after he's already done or she's done the removal of the hemilamina, the medial facet, and all the disc has been cleared out, and he or she is ready to go ahead and put the interbody in. You know, remember, some of this bone can be placed into the inner body itself, like the video. And what they'll do is they'll just insert the body, and they'll go right through the box annulotomy that was created. Obviously, you don't want to push too hard here to go through because big red's back there. But there is a marker on the very tip that is radio opaque. So if they do a fluoro, they can see that they're in there, but they don't have to. And then what's done here is they'll go in and advance. They'll go in and advance this. And what happens here is, this is a demo, so you'll see how it fills the inner space. After they're done, they'll pull this out and remove this. And the inner body will typically go ahead and get placed. We'll go right in and fill that space right here. The inner body will go in, and they'll either leave it there or turn it transverse, and then they do the rest of their fusion. The goal of this device is to fill the inner space just like you see here. Fill it all the way up, both anterior and posterior, so you have a stronger fusion, and the stronger the fusion is with the bone will complement the spinal hardware fusion, so you don't have a pseudoarthrosis. And that's how the KG-1 works.